He'll be out of the game probably in July. And we'll be announcing some once we sit down, we look at a few things. He's number one in the WBO, he's number one in the WBA. So there's a lot of fights happening over the next few months, and we'll sort something out. Don't worry, it'll be a big, big fight because he's a big, big fighter. You know, so exciting, fought a very, very tough guy, broke him down and did what nobody else has been able to do. You stop him.
Going really well, I'm excited, I can't wait.
And you know, when you were young, obviously you've proved a lot in the heavyweight division, you've won the world title. Moses Itauma is highly touted just like you were. Do you see similarities in yourself?
Yeah, he's on his path and he's looking good.
I don't even know, I'll go take my house to Daniel. What?
Breaking news. When Moses Itauma was asked what's next, he made it crystal clear: Daniel Dubois. After that brutal fifth-round stoppage over Jermaine Franklin, this wasn't hype, this was a direct statement. Itama is now openly backing Dubois and calling him out with full confidence.
His jab is so underrated. He's got a good chin as well, I can't lie. Yeah, he's got a good chin. He's never actually been like sparked though, do you know what I mean? So you can say he's got a good...
Daniel Dubois isn't backing down at all. He's clearly open to that Moses Itauma fight. But first, his focus is locked on Fabio Wardley. With their major clash already set, Dubois knows he has to deliver a knockout statement before even thinking about Itauma.
Do you think your paths could ever collide?
Eventually, I think anything can happen, so but I've got to take care of business first.
Do you see any weaknesses in Itama's game?
I'm not going to give him away if I do.
After that brutal fifth-round stoppage, Jermaine Franklin tried to stay composed, but the damage was already done. He admits he got caught and lost focus, and against someone like Moses Itauma, that's all it takes. One mistake, and it's over.
I feel like I got a little bit away from the coach's game plan. I got caught with a punch. I got dropped. I feel like I could have got up, but they stopped the fight.
Where do you feel you go from here?
I mean, the sky's the limit. I've never been a quitter, so just back to the drawing board. Got to change some shit up.
Daniel Dubois describes Moses Itauma as a strong young prospect and acknowledges his hunger and potential. He also makes it clear that his full focus is on his upcoming fight, stating that he is locked in and only focused on chasing bigger challenges and greatness.
That was his fight.
It's a fight, he found the shots, what can I say, great prospect. Yeah.
Listen, your name's always going to be there because you're still young, man. You're still hungry. I can see the smile on your face. You've got that big fight with Wardley. What happened in the ring? Because I think Frank had to come and pull you guys apart, right?
Nah, it is what it is now. I'm locked in for the fight night now. Just locked in, focused. Nothing I'm in tunnel vision fight mode now.
When I talk to everybody about your fight with Wardley, they say this is the best fight in heavyweight boxing. It is the biggest fight. And it's a 50-50 split from a lot of people, man. Is that the fight that you wanted after a tough fight against Usyk?
Of course I did. I'm at that level now. I can't go back, and I'm on, I'm all for the challenges and greatness. That's what I'm chasing.
Just a final one, I know you've got to go down, but just that final message for the fans. We're only 5 weeks away, I think, for such a big fight. What do you want to say to everyone?
Man, there's nothing else to say, just choose.
Amir Khan explains that Moses Itauma should not be rushed into elite-level fights at this stage. He believes Itauma needs more time to develop before facing top heavyweights like Usyk, Dubois, Deontay Wilder, or Anthony Joshua.
You don't want to rush him. You want to take it easy. You want to take it slow. Don't rush him. Let him enjoy. He's still 20 years old. Let him get to 22, 23 years old. And that's then you start putting him in with the top names in boxing, like the Usyks and like the Wilders or even the Joshuas and the Furies. At the moment, I think you should keep on building him. Let him keep on winning.
Fabio Wardley explains that Moses Itauma delivered a complete performance, showing both power and ring intelligence. He highlights how Itauma adjusted his pace during the fight and carefully broke down Jermaine Franklin, who he describes as a tough and durable opponent.
Good fight.
Yeah, look, fantastic performance from him. He did everything, ticked every box, like won every round. He actually made his own self-adjustment in there as well. Came out the first round really fast. Actually said to himself, actually, I need to slow down here and pick this a bit. And maybe he realised that actually Franklin, which is something I knew, the team knew, like he's no mug, he's not just going to roll over, he's going to take a bit of work, and it takes a bit of figuring out to break someone like him down.
Derek Chisora states that Moses Itauma is extremely difficult to beat, emphasizing his strong training and overall ability. He suggests that opponents have very little chance against Itama at this stage.
Boxing a guy who's 24 years old, who's got his always faculties right, getting trained by one of the best trainers in the United Kingdom, and then mate, it's like you got more chance of winning the lottery than you beating that Moses Itauma.
Adam Smith explains that Moses Itauma already has the ability to beat most heavyweights. However, he believes that fighters like Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois are still a step ahead, and Itama may not be fully ready for that level yet.
When is he ready? I think he could beat most heavyweights in the world, with the exception possibly of Usyk and maybe Dubois, possibly AJ. The top 3 or 4, he's not ready for them yet.
Lawrence Oakley explains that Moses Itama showed a complete skill set in this fight, highlighting his punch power, timing, and shot selection. He points out that Itama was patient and willing to go through rounds, rather than rushing for an early finish. Oakley also emphasizes that Jermaine Franklin was a smart and durable opponent who defended well and recovered from early trouble. Despite that, Itama was eventually able to break him down, showing that he can handle opponents who offer resistance and not just quick knockouts.
Yeah, same way that we all kind of saw and expected. He's a fantastic young fighter with great punch power, great punch selection and timing, so he eventually got the shot off.
He was looking for the rounds, and Jermaine Franklin gave him some good rounds in there. Did you feel like, that was the right level of opponent that he needed for his career?
The guy's very cute, very clever, blocked well, slipped well, got up from the first knockdown. He gave him everything that he could, and Moses was just a bit too much.
Duke McKenzie highlights the growing excitement around Moses Itama and the wider heavyweight scene. He explains that the interest in these fights is spreading across different age groups, from young fighters in gyms to long-time boxing fans. According to him, this level of attention shows how significant these matchups are becoming. He is pointing out that fighters like Itama are helping generate widespread interest and bringing fresh energy into the sport, making upcoming fights feel like major events for multiple generations of viewers.
Let's get that right. However, the intrigue that surrounds this fight, I've got young kids in my gym that are going to be tuning into this
fight.
3
generations are going to watch it, aren't they? That's what's great.
They're so excited about it.
Moses Itama clearly states that he is ready to take high-risk fights against top names like Daniel Dubois or Alexander Usyk without hesitation. He explains that accepting these challenges would put him in a far better position in his career, especially if he wins. Itama outlines the potential rewards, including becoming a world champion and achieving major milestones early. His statement shows that he is focused on fast progression and is willing to face elite competition rather than taking a slower, more cautious path in a heavyweight division.
I would be silly not to take that, because I would end up in a better position taking that fight than if I didn't take that fight. If I win, I'm a world champion, I'll smash the records, I'm a millionaire, superstar, XYZ, yeah? And if I didn't take that fight, then I've still gone and tried in my best.
Daniel Dubois explains that he is focused on moving forward to the next stage of his career and is open to facing any top opponent in a heavyweight division. He mentions Moses Itama as a possible future option, but makes it clear that his main goal is to become a 2-time world champion. Dubois also assura hertea hai ko heavyweight division main opportunities change hodi rati hain, J's belts ka split hona, or waji shibi route se top position tak pohankna chata hai. Yes statement uski ambition or long-term goals ko highlight karta hai.
What direction we're going to go in for this next step.
Who is next? Is Moses Itauma on the horizon?
All the guys in the heavyweight division, yeah, they're all the guy, especially the one who has the belts, and if the belts fragment or whatever, stuff like that can happen. Whatever way I can become 2-time heavyweight champion. That's where I'm going.
Do you think
Eddie Hearn expresses caution regarding Moses Itama's career path, especially considering his young age. He explains that at 20 years old, it is important to make the right decisions and avoid rushing into extremely tough fights too early. Hearn also shows trust in Frank Warren's management, suggesting that the team understands how to guide Itama properly. He indicates that he would be surprised if they immediately put Itama into a very high-risk fight, implying that careful development is still expected despite the rising hype around him.
Or he might knock him out, I don't know, but personally, at 20, you got to get it right. And Frank, like I said, Frank knows what he's doing, and I think I'd be very surprised if they took that kind of test.
Tony Bellew explains that Moses Itama's physical size could be a concern, but in modern heavyweight boxing, skill and movement can outweigh pure size, as shown by champions like Alexander Usyk. Bellew notes that while Itauma may not match Usyk's technical mastery, his raw talent, athleticism, and boxing intelligence make him a formidable contender in a heavyweight division. Bellew highlights that Itauma represents the future of the division, implying that he has the potential to dominate and carry the next era of heavyweights. This comment underlines Itauma's versatility and adaptability, suggesting that despite any physical disadvantages, his skill set and mindset put him on a trajectory to challenge the elite fighters and maintain relevance at the top level.
The thing that I worry about with Moses is the size, but ultimately, as we've seen now, size becomes irrelevant because look what Alexander Usyk's done. This guy's gone out and beaten everyone, including me. He's exceptional. So I don't think Moses is going to be as technically as good as Alexander Usyk, but he's the next in line. I think he's the future of the heavyweight division. I think he's an outstanding talent.
Johnny Nelson provides insight into Daniel Dubois' challenges outside the ring, particularly regarding his relationship with his father and management setup. He explains that at elite levels, mental strength, independence, and the ability to manage one's career are just as critical as boxing skill. Nelson believes these personal dynamics may hold Dubois back, contrasting with fighters like Moses Itauma, who appear focused and unburdened by external pressures. By highlighting these offering factors, Nelson emphasizes that success in a heavyweight division requires not only talent and power but also strategic decision-making and personal resilience. This perspective reinforces the idea that Itauma's calm, focused approach gives him a distinct advantage over competitors who might face distractions or limitations from their management or personal situations.
So far, but when you get to elite level, you can't get away with it. I don't think Daniel has the capability, strength in regards to talking to his dad or standing up to his dad or standing up to that setup. I don't think he has the strength to do that, and which is why it will always hold him back. You got to look. This is personal business, so I don't know the ins and outs of it. Caroline, she, as far as I know, she doesn't work with her dad. There must be a reason.
Tony Bellew explains that the hype surrounding Moses Itauma's fights has escalated dramatically, capturing widespread public attention. He states that this upcoming fight represents a landmark moment for boxing in the country, attracting fans across generations. Bellew highlights the significance of Itauma's rising profile, showing that his performances and willingness to take on top opponents are generating unprecedented interest. The commentary suggests that Itauma is becoming a household name and that his career trajectory is now not just about wins in the ring, but also about entertaining the public and elevating the profile of heavyweight boxing domestically. Bellew's remarks underscore how high expectations and media attention amplify the stakes and pressure for Itauma's next fights.
I think this fight's just gone took another toll.
It's absolutely grabbed the public interest now to another level, isn't it?
This is quite simply the biggest fight this country's ever seen.
It's going to be huge.
Adam Smith praises Moses Itauma for combining physical attributes, skill, and attitude into a complete package. He notes that Itauma's southpaw stance, punching power, movement, and overall style make him a formidable opponent for anyone in the heavyweight division. Smith also highlights Itauma's mental approach, describing him as confident and difficult to unsettle, which adds to his effectiveness in the ring. However, he raises a valid question about timing, pondering whether facing top-tier opponents now might be too soon or if it is perfectly aligned with his development. This analysis illustrates that Itauma is a highly promising fighter whose technical and mental capabilities put him on a rapid path toward elite-level competition, making his career decisions crucial for long-term success.
On the block, Moses Itauma, who looks absolutely extraordinary, and for me he ticks all the boxes. I like his attitude, I like his style, southpaw, hard-hitting, moves so well. He's going to be very, very difficult to sort of deter, so it's an interesting one because, yeah, is this too soon for Moses, or is this just the right fight at the right time?
Moses Itauma has clearly established himself as one of the most promising talents in the heavyweight division. His performances against Jermaine Franklin demonstrated not only raw power but also tactical intelligence, adaptability, and patience in the ring. Analysts and former champions alike, including Tony Bellew, Derek Chisora, and Adam Smith, have highlighted his combination of skill, athleticism, and mental focus as key factors that set him apart from other young heavyweights. While some, like Amir Khan and Eddie Hearn, caution that he must be carefully managed at this stage, Itauma's willingness to face top-level competition and his rapid progression show that he is prepared to challenge the best. The conversations from Daniel Dubois and Lawrence Oakley indicate that he is now firmly on the radar of elite opponents. Off the ring, His discipline, focus, and ability to handle pressure contribute to a maturity that complements his physical talent. As the heavyweight division continues to evolve, Moses Itauma represents the next generation of fighters capable of dominating and reshaping the landscape. Fans are encouraged to tune in, follow his journey, and witness the rise of a future champion in real time.